According to Mayor Denson, if me and reporter Leah LaRosa wanted to go out to a bar downtown, the bars will now have to place a sign on the outside stating their dress code. It's reporter LaPorsche Thomas, and I'm still here at Tate Student Center's University Union's viewing party. We have Rashad Pierre right next to me. Rashad, can you tell me how you're feeling about the election currently? Which is why they are giving out these, my emergency information card. It has everything from height, weight, a last picture, and even a fingerprint part in there. And the police say that if you hand this to them, this is everything they need to make sure they can find your children. It's the first topic under new business on the agenda for tonight. I spoke with Commissioner Kelly Gertz, and he told me that discrimination not only hurts minority people, but it costs us all. Yes, Leah, there were at least 60 people in the service. The church was packed wall to wall. Block's friends say she had the kindest spirit. They are upset about how she passed, and they plan to take a stand. Hugs only begin to ease the pain so many loved ones felt earlier today.
It's just real.
Her friends say Block left quite the impression on so many.
Aging with her during that time was really sort of like having another daughter around.
They shared what they call wonderful memories of Block and told us just how active she was in the Athens area.
This church community, she worked with the homeless, she worked with the running community, she worked with the cycling community.
The woman accused of hitting Block was charged with driving under the influence and using her phone at the time of the incident. Virginia Ball says this is not the first friend she has lost to vehicular homicide.
This is my 5th funeral for a cyclist that was killed by a motorist.
Ball says she wants this story to get out so people can understand the consequences and just how fatal they can be.
We are going to carry forward a campaign specific to drivers really committing to not driving distracted.
Fellow bicycle rider Rhea Marino Kilpatrick says she is very nervous about riding her bike on the streets.
It's so obvious that people aren't paying attention to us.
But she says this isn't going to stop her.
I made sure to ride my bike here today as a sign of support and to get over that fear. And
her legacy will always be remembered. LaPorsche Thomas, Grady News Source.
We want our government to listen to the people.
Johnson describes herself in one word.
I would say passionate.
She is the founder of the Athens Anti-Discrimination Movement. She says her organization is all about taking action and educating people on their civil rights.
If I can help to improve the living condition and the mind state of this community.
On November 1st, 2016, Athens Clark County leaders passed its first local laws to safeguard against allegations of discriminatory practices at some local bars. Johnson was one of the driving forces behind this legislation.
We no longer fight my government to do what's right.
Johnson is a professor at Athens Technical College.
I have to inspire people to want to learn again.
When she leaves the doors of her classroom, she mentors teenage girls. She calls them her VIP girls.
When I say VIP, you say girls, VIP.
I want to help young women transition into future leaders and using music and dancing as a tool.
Johnson's musical background led her to try another community-wide initiative.
A lot of people see me out here, I do my activism thing, but I'm a girl from hip hop.
If you know what I mean.
The Athens Hip Hop Awards.
I'm excited about the Hip Hop Awards.
I feel like it's important to give awards out, to empower.
She even has the support of her local library.
And Noah are great community activists.
Johnson's biggest fan is her daughter.
Glad that y'all now get to see how proud of how I am of my parents, and now y'all as a community can be proud of my parents to see how hard they work for all of us.
That's all the time we have for today. Tune in next time, and of course, stay fresh in spirit and thought. Have a good night.